everyone. I'm Ixalan, and it's time for another draft video. This one may go up on Saturday, which is not a normal draft video day, but I had a week with more free time than usual. If it's not up then it's Monday, so hope you're off to a good start to your week. But I think I'll have get this up on Saturday and have done 4 drafts this week, which I don't usually have time to do, but this week I had more free time than usual, and it's been a nice week, sort of a little bit of a vacation almost. So yeah, so I'll see you guys win this draft. Fire's drafting more Rivals of Ixalan, obviously enough. Okay, well, this is an interesting pack. Slaughter the Strong is a complicated card. It's potentially very strong. Like ideally, I mean, against like a dinosaur deck, sometimes they don't get to keep anything, but they usually do. And if you're in a more defensive deck, like a control deck, it can be better because you might be running like Gleaming Barriers and like the Sailor of Means, this guy. And then it's pretty easy for you to keep more creatures than your opponent. Gleaming Barriers in this pack too. But it's just so bad in like an aggressive deck, and it's not even good in all like mid-range decks. It's really only good in a control deck, so I don't think I want to take it. I think I'd rather take something like Swift Warden, which is great in any deck, really good in a Merfolk deck. Resplendent Griffin's fine too. Sailor means, you know, there's sort of a whole archetype that people are drafting around the Sailor of, you know, a control deck basically, and it can be pretty good, but I don't think that's what we wanted to take there. I don't like Admiral's Order or Hornswoggle very much. Don't mind Jungle Creeper. I've enjoyed black-green in this format. I know some people say like avoid it at all costs, but I don't know. My record with it is like 7-1 or something. It's definitely not a synergistic deck, but black and green just have a bunch of good cards, and it just sort of works out. Knight of the Stampede. I mean, that's fine. This pack doesn't have a lot for us to go off of. Like, the best cards in the pack are black ones, and so maybe we take like Forerunner of the Coalition, and just maybe don't play our Swift Warden and end up in a pirate deck, because I think it has like a really high ceiling. I could take Sailor of Means and sort of move into that deck as well, but I think Forerunner is better. I think it's just a better card. I'm going to take it. Now, if we end up in black-green, we're probably not playing both of these, but we'll see what happens. Okay, there's another Resplendent Griffin. Here's a Mutiny, which is fine. This is another pack that does not appeal to me very much. Arch of Orazca is actually pretty good, and I'm seriously considering taking it here because this pack is so weak. And this will get played in any deck I draft. Like Mutiny and Divine Verdict are fine removal spells. They're not good ones. They are playable. You'll play like one in most of your decks. Swaggering Corsair is fine. I mean, maybe I just take him, especially with Forerunner, the Coalition. Maybe I move into Vampires here. Vampires, Pirates. Yeah, I probably shouldn't take the Arch. I think I take a Pirate here and see if we can keep the Pirates coming. Well, there's another Corsair. There's also some other good black Pirates. Do I like Corsair more than like Fathom Fleet Border? I do, in the event I can actually like curve out and like make him a 3/3. Atsakin Seer is the best card in this pack, I think. So that's also sort of worth looking at. Like, do I want to shift into green-white? But I feel like black-red looks open enough. I think I take, which is better, Border or Corsair? I think I'm going to take the Corsair. I like him more. Well, there's a Protean Raider. He's very good. I think I'd probably take him. I like Fanatical Firebrand. I know this guy's blue, but we can find a way to splash him. And he's good as a splash. So, yeah, Firebrand's good, but let's take the Raider. I like clones. Okay, well, now what's happening? Cherish Hatchling's like the best card in this pack. Make up your mind. Packs. Frillback's fine. So there's good green cards in this pack. There's also Traveler's Amulet, which you could look at. I think I'd take the Hatchling, though. That rare is a pirate, but it's not an especially good one. Okay. This draft is an odd one. Sun-Colored Raptor is fine in a red deck. I mean, red-green kind of looks the most possible right now. So, yeah, I think I take the Raptor. I mean, Moment of Triumph, I think, is the best card in this pack. Maybe, like, Vampires are really open. Okay, Buccaneers, Bravado now. Resplendent Griffin also came back, but I think the ship has probably sailed on us doing anything with that. But I think we take the Bravado. Even if we end up red-green, it's a good combat trick, and we're going to be playing a couple Pirates. Yeah. Mutiny, Grasping Scoundrel. I think we take Mutiny here. Red seems very open. Freebooter. That helps us splash. It's a pirate. I guess Horncrest, though. I don't see myself playing it in... If we end up red-green, I guess I might. So we can splash the Raider, most likely. So maybe we're a red-green deck. In the end here. Cool art on this thing, like turning into a dinosaur. All right, Dreadmaw, sure. I'll take you. So it looks like dinosaurs are happening. Barrier we might play. So much for Pirates, huh? We saw a late Hatchling and a very late Dreadmaw, and they're both pretty good. Shatter, not a very good sideboard card, but there are, you know, every now and then you run into someone who has like a couple Pirates Cutlasses, and that's when you bring it in. Oh, Hadana's Climb? Should I find a way to splash that? Just make it work. It's just so good. It's outrageously good. This pack is really strong. We've got Bombard, Hadana's Climb, Daring Buccaneer, and Reckless Rage. Well, Daring Buccaneer shouldn't really be in that conversation. It is good. I mean, obviously. There's other cards here I'm not even talking about who are good, though. Sadistic Sky Marcher, Knight of the Stampede. I mean, we're already thinking about splashing blue, right? Right? I think it's a dangerous splash, but I'm greedy. Yeah, there's good red cards here like Bombard and Reckless Rage. But we're taking Hadana's Climb. We need to prioritize fixing because we have two very good cards off of a blue splash. But I think we can do that. I believe in us. So, Hunt the Weak probably. I think fixing, like I said, has gone up. Well, there's also a Jungleborn Pioneer. Do I like Jungleborn Pioneer more? Nah, I don't think so. I think Hunt the Weak is probably a little bit better. They're close. Ravenous Chupacabra. What is happening? Nobody's in black? Two people passed that card. I don't even know. So maybe we take World Shaper? It's nothing special, but neither is anything else in this pack that isn't Ravenous Chupacabra. Colossal Dreadmaw is fine, but I mean, I'll get more of them. I think World Shaper seems reasonable. It can help us ramp even. I mean, it does some things. So right now we have one Brazen Freebooter and one Gleaming Barrier who can help us splash blue. The problem with our current splash of blue, for Hadana's Climb anyway, is we need repeatable blue. And right now we just have treasures. So that is something to keep an eye on. We can play Protean Raider off of treasure, but we probably want like an Evolving Wilds or something like that to really feel good about things. So Shake the Foundations kills our Cherished Hatchling, doesn't kill anything else. We don't have anything with Enrage yet either, but it can do some work. I think it's even mainboardable. This pack, though, does have Hardy Veteran and Knight of the Stampede, both of which I would be pretty happy to have, I think. We're getting more and more dinosaur-y, so... Shake the Foundations. What do I do? Yeah, I think I take Shake the Foundations. It just kills so many things in this format. It has a cantrip. We're probably going to pick up at least a little bit of Enrage. I like it there. Ooh, there's Raging Regisaur. He can also help us trigger Enrage. Forerunner of the Heralds. We do have a couple Merfolk, but I think we just take Raging Regisaur. This pack's good, though. Sea Red, Jadecraft Artisan, but we take the Regisaur. Okay, here I think we probably take Trailblazer. We could use some more 2-drops. Pioneer is very good, obviously, but I think we take Trailblazer. No Evolving Wilds or anything here. Okay, we could take Fanatical Firebrand. We could take another Buccaneers Bravado. We have several Pirates. I think I'm going to take the Firebrand, though. Okay, well. Cacophodon's Enrage. It's not great Enrage, but it is a really good defensive creature. It blocks like everything. Hardy Veteran's a nice 2-drop. And we do need those, I think. Yeah, I think I'll take the Veteran over our friend Cacophodon. Do I take another Corsair or an Aggressive Urge? I think Corsair. We have a lot of 2-drops. Another Buccaneers Bravado, but here I think we do take a Jungleborn Pioneer. I don't know why it's around as late as it is, but it is. So we might play Horncrests. We would have been more likely... We'll take a Traveler's Amulet. That does help us with a splash. I probably passed several of those, actually. Probably shouldn't have passed as many as I did if I really want to be dedicated to playing Hadana's Climb. Alright, so... some stuff in here that I wouldn't be unhappy if it gets cut is Sun-Colored Raptor. World Shaper, probably. And I wouldn't hate cutting Gleaming Barrier either. I probably could have picked up like 2 Traveler's Amulets there. I was kind of tunnel visioning on Evolving Wilds, but obviously Traveler's Amulet's pretty good too. We'll put this over here for now. We'll put it here. It's doubtful. I think we can play Protean Raider pretty confidently off of 1 Traveler's Amulet and Brazen Freebooter, but not Hadana's Climb. Overwhelming Insight. Or overflowing. Atsakan, Seer, Headstrong Brute. Our deck is weirdly pirate heavy. Why did I say Atsakan, Seer? Atsakan, Archer. Headstrong Brute. Unfriendly Fire. One thing we don't have a ton of is removal. I mean, we have Hunt the Weak and Mutiny, but Unfriendly Fire is not exactly like premium removal or anything. It just looks so bad next to Bombard. Sure, it can hit players, but 2 mana more for that? I don't know. So the Archer is good. Our deck is weak against flyers. And it also kills a lot of X1s. And if we pick up some Enrage, it can trigger that. So I think I take it over the Brute. Our deck needs, you know, having something that can block flyers effectively is nice. And it's got a lot of flexibility. Yeah. Rigging Runner. Stormfleet Arsonist. Another Unfriendly Fire. Might take that Unfriendly Fire. Also Dual Shot, which I wish we had Needletooth Raptors, man. I never get to... The times I've drafted it, I've never really gotten to go nuts with it. I was sort of envisioning that when I took Shake the Foundations, but... yeah, I think we take Unfriendly Fire here. New Horizons, eh? Swashbuckling. Unknown Shores does help us some, but a filter land on a repeatable source of blue is just kind of ugly. Like, it'll cost so much more mana. I mean, 1 more mana. I could take it. I could also just take New Horizons, though, huh? Yeah, let's just do that. That gives us better fixing. For sure. Yeah. Now I think... I may be greedy, but I think we can get away with Hadana's Climb now. Stormfleet Arsonist, I guess. It's definitely not a card I love, but I don't really want Sure Strike. It's an okay trick, but I think I'll take an Arsonist. And there's another one, and another Unfriendly Fire. Also a Blossom Dryad, but I don't think we're desperate for that. Yeah, which of these do I want? Probably another Unfriendly Fire is better. Yeah. Frenzied Raptor. So there's 2 enraged creatures here, but both of them are just so meh. Like, we don't want this 6-drop. Ravenous Daggertooth is probably what we take here, but it's, you know, is it better than Frenzied Raptor? I don't know. I don't know if it is, really. It's okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. Deshaun's Wayfinder is probably going to kick it out of our deck, though, honestly. It's a way better card, even with having some ways to trigger Enrage. Jade Guardian. I wonder if that Swashbuckling comes back. So, yeah, you're out of here. You might be out of here too, buddy. Okay, here we'll take Sure Strike. Take a 2-drop. I doubt it'll make the cut, but although having more is obviously better for our 3 Swaggering Corsairs. We may end up cutting one just because we don't have a huge number of 2s and 1s. Yeah, we'll probably cut one. Do we play an Unknown Shores? I think we probably do. I mean, I want it more than these things. I don't love filter lands, but it does make us a little more secure in being able to play Hadana's Climb, and I think we definitely want to be able to. Good thing about cutting Dreadmaw, I guess, at the top of our curve here. I think we need to cut 3 cards. We probably don't need this Jade Guardian. No, we don't. We do not need this Jade Guardian. We have so many 3-drops. Shake the Foundation still doesn't really kill very many of our creatures. It kills our Trailblazer, our Hatchling, and our Firebrand. So I think I cut Ixalan's Keeper. Do we have enough dinosaurs that Cherished Hatchling's actually better than Ixalan's Keeper? You know, we might not. We have 2. And yeah, they're both great if you can flash them in and fight with them. And it's also worth noting, even if you have 0 dinosaurs, your opponent is really scared of interacting with Cherished Hatchling when you have mana up. So it's sort of like an evasive creature in that sense. So it's probably still better than Ixalan's Keeper. That may mean we need to cut. I mean, we just didn't end up in like the aggressive deck that can play lots of 2-drops. I don't know. Maybe should we just cut some 3s? But like, what do we cut? I want all of these 3-drops. I want them all. I don't want to cut anything. Oh, we actually only need to cut 1 card. Thank God. I forgot we had Unknown Shores down here. Okay, that's much more manageable. We could cut another Corsair. I mean, like, our most suspect cards, like New Horizons kind of suspect, but it really makes our splash more possible. And Shake the Foundations may be weaker. I mean, I was envisioning a world where we actually got good enraged creatures. It is a good card, like, for sure, but it may just be what we need to cut because, yeah, I mean, I think we keep it in mind and we'll probably cite it in multiple times. I mean, there's lots of decks that run lots of X1s, but I think we'll start it in our sideboard. We could instead cut the Dreadmaw. I mean, we already have some late game reach with Hadana's Climb and Unfriendly Fires, but Dreadmaw it's a nice little guy, big guy. Yeah, I think that's what we do. And then we run 1 island. Do we go 7-8 or do we go 8-7? I think 7-8. Probably right. All right, so this is our deck. I'll see you guys in the first match. All right, we're going into match 1. We would like to play first. Okay, well, we basically have all our colors thanks to Traveler's Amulet, well, and New Horizons, and the Island in our hand. So we're going to go ahead and keep it. You know, Hadana's Climb's pretty good with the hexproof token from Jungleborn Pioneer because you can quickly... you don't have to worry about the creature that you put it on getting, like, blown up when you try to just, like, win the game with it. We don't have a turn 2 play, so that's just going to involve searching for a mountain. Most likely. Does our opponent have a 1-drop? No. Well, now the question is, do we just play Hardy Veteran? I think we probably do. And just see what happens. Like, we could actually just end up drawing the mountain that we need. Or land, I mean, and play Jungleborn Pioneer. We could play Hadana's Climb if we draw land. We've got a lot of options. Nest Robber. We take 2. If we don't draw land, and we do not, well, we do have something that can kill this, though. So we will sack our amulet. We will get the mountain that we need, play the mountain. Do I just play my Firebrand and kill their Nest Robber? I think maybe that is what I do. Yeah, let's just go ahead and trade a 1-drop for a 2-drop. It's not too shabby. So since Climb doesn't impact the board right away, like I may need to sort of stabilize first. But we're not that far away from doing it. Oh, they have 2 Daring Buccaneers in their hand. That's fun. Okay, nice. We're going to attack and play Swaggering Corsair here. Ah, they may be using a trick. I mean, they got to be using a trick, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, he's still attacked. Or she, actually. And we're going to play Swaggering Corsair as a 3/3. And into our turn. So these guys that start with counters, you know, New Horizons helps too, do make Hadana's Climb flip even faster. So if we draw another land, we can actually play New Horizons and Hadana's Climb, which is tempting. We could also play Jungleborn Pioneer. Okay. We're just going to kill him. We will go to 16. Okay. Here's what I think we do. I think we play... Oh, yeah, that's not going to work. I was going to say, I think we play Jungleborn Pioneer and New Horizons. But I would have to play New Horizons first. I'm not really sure that's worth it. In fact, I don't think it is. I think it's better to get the Pioneer down. Next turn, we can play New Horizons and Hadana's Climb and start getting our hexproof token, you know, turning it into our win condition, basically. We know our opponent has another Daring Buccaneer. Apart from that, we don't know much. Yeah, the weak. Sure. We do have to end up, you know, surviving long enough. But I believe in us. Okay, so... we're going to go New Horizons. Put a counter on our hexproof token. And then we're going to go... Ooh. Yeah, I should have put that on the mountain, huh? Because now we have to play this forest. And we're going to go Hadana's Climb. We're going to put a counter on the Merfolk. And we're going to attack for 3 because we're not planning on blocking. So this is going to flip next turn. It's going to turn this into a 4/4 and flip, and we'll be able to swing for 8 at a time. Right? Yes. So that's pretty nice. But the problem is we need to draw something that... we need to draw like a creature who can block to hold down the ground while we try to win with our Merfolk token. And that is not what we got. All right, well, I think we can try to raise here since they didn't play anything. It is strange they didn't play anything, but this thing has hexproof. They can't like Divine Verdict. They could maybe flash something in, but what can you flash in with this mana cost? I don't think there's anything really. Let's find out. Ah, well, okay. So that means they can hit us for 7 next turn. That's the big problem. And it is a problem because that means we currently can't win the race because we can only drop them to 1 next turn since we didn't draw another creature or something. So... yeah, I mean, they could easily just have a trick to win the game, too. Yep. See, and this puts us at 3, so we, like, definitely need... oh, Lightning Strike for the win, yeah. All right, yeah, I mean, Hadana's Climb was a little bit too slow there, but obviously it's pretty good. Didn't see shatter targets. We did see shake the foundations targets. At least one. We had no problem getting mana in that game. We drew Unknown Shores too. Yeah, I don't think we change anything. I mean, maybe Gleaming Barrier isn't a bad idea. It can block. He didn't really have like the evasive dudes. He just had the cheap, efficient ones. And maybe their deck's fast enough that we like don't want Colossal Dreadmaw. Yeah. I think that's not a bad plan. I would like to play first. They had tons of removal. So we have all our colors again. We've been pretty lucky with our mana. 2 games in a row where we just had like exactly what we want in our opening hand, more or less. So play our Amulet. So we're not in desperate need of blue mana right now, so I'm probably not actually going to crack the Amulet. I'm just going to play Gleaming Barrier here. Especially since it doesn't like actually ramp me. Like if it did, then I would be all over going with it, but okay. I don't really want to play New Horizons and put the counter on my Gleaming Barrier. And we don't really need to, but I will grab our island now since we are splashing 2 blue cards. And the chances of us drawing them is drawing, you know, a second mountain if we need it is a lot more likely than drawing one of our only island. Of course, we have New Horizons too, so it's sort of... wow, they got off to a slow start, huh? Well, let's just play our Regisaur and see what we can do here. Okay, Regisaur into Regisaur. Ooh, that is pretty good. I I think we just play Hadana's Climb. Yeah. It's a little risky, things could get ugly, etc. But it also makes it so they can't block our Raging Regisaur, basically. This turn, anyway. So we're going to attack. We're going to do one to our opponent. There's no reason to do it to their Regisaur. All right. Drop them to 14. Obviously, we can't block their Regisaur either, but ours is going to get progressively larger. We could actually just flip it this turn if we play New Horizons, but we wouldn't have the mana left to activate this ability. Unless we also kill our Gleaming Barrier here, actually, which... Nah, I mean, it wouldn't be lethal, so I don't think it's worth it. It would only... We would hit them for 12. I'd rather build my board a little. That was kind of a problem in the last game. We just couldn't build our board, even though we were activating Hadana's Climb. We just needed stuff to chump block, you know? Of course, they had a Lightning Strike, so... I'm not sure how much of a difference it would have made. Oh, Fire Cannon Blast again? Okay, man, that's annoying. So I'm gonna play Hardy Veteran. I'm gonna play New Horizons. Put the counter here. Still have so many cards in their hand. I don't like it. Put the counter here. And Wonder Turn. I mean, we've gotten Hadana's Climb in both games, but it has not gone well. And it may do the same thing here. We can flip this into a 10 and hit them for 10. And if we use Buccaneer's Bravado, we can actually hit them for 12. But that's if it's alive and able to attack, you know. So I'm hoping they play something that we can use Mutiny with. Especially if it's like another 4/4. I mean, there's not a lot of other 4/4s that are better than Raging Regisaur. Is it worth blocking? I don't think so yet. Nah. I mean, I guess making this a 1/5, although he can still kill it because he can ping it, and yeah. But it wouldn't be too bad. So this time, if we could get them to play their snapping what's-a-who's it, we could Mutiny, and that would be good. Don't play another Fire Cannon Blast. This isn't triple Ixalan. Ah, Luminous freaking Bond. Yeah, our opponent's removal is disgusting. They have like all the removal you could ever want. At least you don't have a spell for them to steal. But yeah, that's... Oof. And we've just sort of blanked like every time we end up in a situation like this. So we are going to Mutiny. And then we're going to put the counter on our Gleaming Barrier. Oh, God. Maybe my splash was too greedy? So we can actually keep this alive here in some scenarios. Great. That's great news. Okay. What can we do? I mean, there's... We need to kill this, basically. Like, there's not much else we can do. Okay, so this gets pinged for 1. I think we kind of have to use Buccaneer's Bravado in a really stupid way here, but I think that's all we can do. Keeps our guy alive, at least. Using your Buccaneer's Bravado and your Gleaming Barrier, that's what you want to be doing, right? Pretty much. Creature. Oh, well, you are a creature. And, of course, this can just pick you off. So, I think the counter is still better to put here. So that's what we'll do. Now it's big enough to block both of them. Yeah, our opponent has very good removal to go with, you know, powerful creatures, a good curve, and it's working for him. So we can go to 2 here. We have Lightning Strike too, of course, because why not? Now I wish I'd held on to Mutiny, but... So we'll do 1 to him. We're going to go to 2 here. Which is never good against Raging Regisaur. I mean, he can just ping us to death. Guess I'm glad I held on to this Gleaming Barrier. Otherwise, we would have been dead long ago. Yeah, and we're dead. Did not go very well there in our first game. We also ran into a very powerful deck. I mean, we got Hidana's Climb out both games, but our opponent just sort of laughed at us and kept derailing what we were trying to do. So, see if we can do a little bit better in the next match. All right, well, this is not a keep. We, you know, don't have any early plays. Okay, I think this one, I mean, it's not great, but I do think we keep it. So, I think we do keep it. We can get red if we have to. This format can just be so punishing if I don't draw something to play early, so I think I have to put that on the bottom. There's a very good chance we draw red anyway, like, so I'm not super concerned. Not super concerned. But obviously, yeah, we need some action, some early creatures. I would prefer to search up our island because there's a much lower chance we find blue mana. I mean, we have a shot at getting blue mana once. Yeah, see, we got our... So we will be getting an island. If nothing else next turn, that's what we'll be doing. Okay. Well, we'll just leave mana up just to make it seem like we're going to do something. Black, green. That is a color combination I've had fun with, but they may actually be green, blue, splash, black. Okay, they're not having a fast start, and that is good news for us. So we'll get our island. Okay, well, we didn't draw a 2-drop to play on turn 2. We'll play the island just so our opponent knows. They know we have it in our hand, so we'll play our keeper. See if it gets hornswoggled or something. Nope. Wow. Okay, they're like a multicolored good stuff, Sailor Means kind of deck, I think. Sadistic Sky Marcher. Sure. Cherished Hatchling. It is tempting to try to play it before our Regisaur, but obviously our Regisaur is just better. Like, there's no way that's not what there's no way we're not supposed to play Regisaur first. So they're going to have probably a lot of removal too. We'll find out. Play our Regisaur here. Yeah, I mean, these 4 or 5 color decks in the format are possible if you get like multiple Sailors of Means, Evolving Wilds, Traveler's Amulet, all those things. You know, they just get there for you. Yep. Oh, using a trick like that is strange. I mean, seeing someone do that just makes me... I'm inclined to think that they're a new player because, granted, this one does cycle, so it's not as bad as it usually is, but you can easily get a 2-for-1 with that card, and they opted not to, basically. Okay. Question is whether I should leave up mana for Brazen Freebooter I mean, for Unfriendly Fire or play Brazen Freebooter. I don't know. We're going to attack first, though. I know that. And we'll ping for 1. We can actually play Brazen Freebooter and Cherished Hatchling. No, we can't. Yeah, we can. I think we play the Freebooter. I'm going to hold on to the Hatchling for now. All right. We go to 15. They go to 16. If they play something we can use Cherished Hatch or Unfriendly Fire on, yeah, and they did. So we feel pretty good. It might be safer and better to wait for it to block. Because they could have a trick. Aggressive Urge isn't going to save this, though. What else could they play? That's basically it. So I think there's another trick maybe that they can play with this mana. I mean, they could have the blue tricks, but we're going to just do this. Yeah, okay, worked out. Now we probably do play Cherished Hatchling, especially because we have Colossal Dreadmaw in our hand, and obviously that's a nice little thing to be able to do. So we'll ping them for 1, hit them for a bunch, drop them to 6. Our mana's been very good to us. Didn't matter in our first match, but what are you going to do? So do they have a sweeper, a way to bounce all my cards? They could. Deck seems crazy, man. Like, so much splashing. Or so many colors, you know. I mean, it's one more than ours, to be fair. But what made it really crazy is they played one of each of their basic lands, like, in their first 4 turns. And it was like, wow. Okay, so... oh yeah, we don't have Plummet. I was thinking we did. Sad day. Yeah, we didn't really see enough to know what we would want to do. I mean, we could go more aggressive against the deck. Like that one went the first 4 turns without doing anything, but whether that was the norm or like the deck was sort of stumbling, like I would bring in Sun-Collared Raptor if I was sure our opponent's deck was going to consistently be that slow. But it's not like we don't have a bunch of 1s and 2s anyway, you know, that can take advantage of that. But I would definitely cut like maybe a Dreadmaw and put in Sun-Collared Raptor to speed things up a little. Corsair might come, the 3rd Corsair might come in. But I think we're good. As is. We've gotten to play Hadana's Climb twice, but we haven't gotten to play our Protean Raider. Okay, let's see what we got. What do we have? We have a reasonable hand. We don't have any green. Chances we draw it are good. We're on the draw. All those things make me think this is fine. We can play our Firebrand early. We have a nice fast hand, and if they start as slow as they did last time, even just Fanatical Firebrand Goblin Trailblazer is going to do a bunch of damage. So, we'll see. Still no green, which is a little concerning, but at least you drew a 3rd land, which means we can play more things in our deck. All right. We've even got a mutiny if that's what we need to do. So, all right, they're not doing anything, which is good. Hey, there's the green. We did it. I'm so good at Magic that I just draw my forests when I want them. All right, so we're going to get in for another 1. We'll play a Forest. We'll play Trailblazer. I probably just play Tishana's Wayfinder and try to curve out here next turn. Like, playing New Horizons is not important right now. To be honest, we haven't really ever needed it. I mean, we've been very lucky, though. We keep getting our one island or one, what's-a-who's it? That's a little scary. Our one Traveler's Amulet is what I was trying to say. All right, so we're going to attack with Trailblazer and then play Wayfinder, who can hunt the weak that thing, but they're probably going to ramp into something before we can do anything about it. They're definitely a deck that prioritized fixing. That is for sure. All right, we drew a land. Hunt the Weak will still work, but it's not quite as much fun. What do they ramp into here for 5 mana? Oh, well, just that. The annoying thing here is we can't mutiny these two. I could with Fanatical Firebrand, I guess. There's almost a way for me to kill both of them, but I need 1 more mana. Because I could mutiny and then hunt the weak. And mutiny, sacrifice my Firebrand, is what I mean to say. And then hunt the weak. Well, I think we definitely attack with our Trailblazer. I mean, if they double block, we can kill them both with our Trailblazer. I mean, it's just a 2 for 2, but it really puts them behind on board. I could also play New Horizons first. But I think if they don't block and I just get in for 2, I just want to hunt the weak, probably the Seer in my second main phase. Yeah. All right, yeah, they're just going to take the 2. And then we will hunt the weak, the Seer. The Seer can get them back dinosaurs, so if I killed the Armasaur, it would come back anyway, you know, so it wouldn't have been the most effective use of things. I wouldn't mind them playing something biggish here so I can kill the Steadfast Armasaur with Mutiny, because this is a pain to attack through. Obviously, if he has mana up, it doesn't matter. Ooh, okay. If he has mana up, it doesn't really matter that this has Menace, because he can just make it do damage. It has freaking Vigilance too, so... do I try to block it here? I'm not sure. Oh yeah, it can do it. It can do it. Yeah, so we have to take it. Gross, because it can do the damage to a creature blocking or blocked by it. So it would just kill one of them in combat. Kill one of them with its activated ability and then kill the other one in combat. So yeah, we're kind of in trouble now. This Armasaur has turned into a powerhouse. Okay, Deadeye Tracker. There's our amulet. That's what we needed. So what do? I think we play New Horizons. Put this on our island? Sure. Put the counter here. So my plan here is, I mean, we'll see what our opponent does, but my plan here is to attack with this, and they'll block, try to use this ability, And then I can Buccaneer's Bravado and just kill it and get rid of that obsession too. I can then also, well, no, I won't be able to mutiny anymore, but that's okay. This isn't a huge problem yet. It can be mutinied later. All right, so we will attack. Might just take it. Yeah, I was going to say. That is, there's a significant chance they just take it. All right, so I will play Traveler's Amulet. Still have mana up for Buccaneer's Bravado if I choose to use it. And yeah, we'll end our turn. They're drawing multiple cards a turn. It's not great, obviously enough. But yeah. Man, Armasaur with Curious Obsession is not something I've seen before, but it's pretty gross. It's pretty gross. We need like our Dreadmaw. Wouldn't mind our clone. Okay. They're just passing. Shoot. That's what I have to say. Another land. We probably should have cracked our amulet just to thin out our deck a little, but what are you going to do? All right, so we're going to attack with the Wayfinder. All right, we're going to drop him to 6. Nope, we're not. Just kidding. Yeah, this card's not usually very good because of how much it costs, but it is a lot better in this format than it was in the last one because you do end up killing bigger creatures with it. Okay. So do I mutiny the Deadeye Tracker? That's the question. I'm not sure. I can also just kill it with Fanatical Firebrand. That's probably just better. Get out of here. And we'll end our turn. Why do you have to have Vigilance, man? If I'd just done that there, I could have gotten in for 2. That was twice, actually. Probably should have done it sooner. All right. Well, they can gain some life and draw a card. Steadfast Armasaur is killing me. I mean, in their first game, they really had some struggles, but in this game, their mana has turned out pretty nice for them. Okay, forgot to crack that again. That's just how good I am. I could have mutinied and then attacked for 2, but that hardly seems worth it. I'm just going to end the turn. Leave up mana for Swift Warden. So we can flash in Swift Warden to kill Sworn Guardian. There's that, but it looks like they're leaving it back. I'm jealous of this little combo. I don't have Naturalize in my sideboard either. It would actually be pretty good between blowing up Mana Rocks and the Curious Obsession. We have Shatter, but I don't think I see quite enough to want to be. So we're going to flash in Swift Warden. Give itself hexproof, and then I'm going to sacrifice this. I'm sure they're gripping a bunch of removal in their hand. Like, you know, drawing our Dreadmaw would be nice, but they've probably got the game, like, sort of locked down. Another creature, huh? That doesn't hurt. Is Mutiny worth it now? Yeah, probably. We can do 6 out of nowhere with Bravado. Okay, negate. Well, that solves that problem. Then we'll play Cherished Hatchling. This now means I can triple block this and actually manage to kill it but I get 3 for 1, 3 for 2, I guess, because of Curious Obsession. Although, depending on what they decide to kill, I know this won't get big enough to kill it in its first hit. God, Steadfast Armosaur is a monster. Yeah, we take it again. Hopefully game 3 goes more like game 1, huh? This is a game where Hadana's Climb would have been amazing because this game lasted so long. But obviously that's not... it's a little too late now. Mountain. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and scoop. There's nothing that can get us out of this. They have a flyer now, too. We do have one creature who could block that, but it looks like, yeah. Looked like things were going to go our way. So, yeah, Shatter. Why don't we have Naturalize? How'd that happen? I don't remember. Yeah, I mean, their deck is slower, but... they can make the game go long, so I think I'd rather hold on to the Dreadmaw. It would have been pretty good there. Although once they really get their shields up, it's like their hands filled with counterspells and removal. So maybe just trying to do as much damage early as possible is better. Sure, yeah. All right, let's see if we can do better here. I would like to play first. We do have an amulet, but I think we still have to mulligan it. All right, this one is definitely better. 2 drops, a 2-drop and the 3 drops. If I have a mountain on top, I'd probably leave it. I have a forest on top. I think I leave that too. Yeah. Yeah, we have Explore, so it's not going to be quite as punishing if we just like hit 2 lands in a row here at the beginning. Their deck definitely looks like fun, I can tell you that. Steadfast Armosaur, Curious Obsession. I mean, I'm sure they have a scarier win condition involving a dragon, maybe Zatalpa, a dinosaur or something like that. Or Zakama, even, which is even scarier. They're both scary, but... all right, so we play our Veteran. End our turn. Can we get in enough damage underneath them this time to not get destroyed in the late game? Hey, there's our mountain. I think I'm gonna play the Pioneer here. Maybe I shouldn't. The Wayfinder's probably better. This helping me go wide is nice, but it'll be better later in the game. So let's play Wayfinder. I would like for it to be a 3/3, please, and reveal something awesome on top of my library. Yeah, I'll take that, actually. Gives us a way to block things more effectively. I feel like every time I reveal a card to my opponent lately, though, it's like one that you really don't want them to know you have. Whereas with, like... it's not like I'm revealing a hardy veteran off the top of my library, you know? That no one cares. That information's useful, sure, but it's not like great. You know, it's not a big deal. So I'm pretty sure they run Hornswoggle the way that their deck is constructed. So let's see if that's what they do here. Well, that's good news for us. Whiptail. Well, that's not good news for us. None of our creatures can attack through that. Oh. So sad. None of our creatures can attack through that. Okay. I'm going to play the Pioneer. Come on, Hadana's Climb. I need you. I need you so badly. I guess this can technically attack into it. I could have attacked and then used the Archer, I guess. That wouldn't have been terrible. That maybe is what I should have done, actually. Interesting. Now I'm in a world of hurt if my opponent has like anything going on in their hand. So I don't think we can really do anything with all their mana untapped. I think we kind of play around like a snapping sailback or whatever. We'll play our amulet. But our opponent has us right where they want us, where we're just like not able to attack them anymore. What do they have? It must be snapping sailback, and they're just like, you know, the longer this game goes, the better for me, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, that actually helps though. So we can go New Horizons, put it on this island. Does it get negated? No. Put it on... I guess with my double strike trick, it's slightly better to put it on the pirate here. All right, so let's attack with that pirate. See what happens here. A lot could happen. All right, they're gonna go to 8. Yeah, 9. That is interesting. Whether they're sort of bluffing and trying to get me to attack with my smaller dudes too remains to be seen. Are like all the cards in their hand white? Is that possible? It's possible. Ugh. I think I'm still going to play it safe and just attack. Drop them to 5. End our turn. So we can just attack with everything this turn, depending on what our opponent does here. What do they do? What are they doing? Okay. So I think we can attack with everything and just kill them, right? I mean, they block this and this, and they're dead. They block 4 and 3, and they take 5 exactly. So we got there. Wasn't pretty, but we got there. All right, well, we're 1-1. Our deck certainly doesn't feel great, though, I can tell you. We'll see how we do in the next match. All right, we're going into match 3. We're 1-1. This hand is a keep, I think, especially on the draw. We have, you know, the 2 primary colors in our deck, and we have a 2-drop, a couple 3s. And I think I'm happy with that. All right, well, that 2-drop is way better than mine. Hey, we drew our other color. That's not a bad thing. Blue, our island has loved us. It has been all about just being in our hand when we need it to be. So probably play Wayfinder this next turn. Okay, so they're a ramp deck of some kind. That guy is now very difficult for us to block. He was already hard for us to block and increased. Obviously our archer can, but we're not going to be playing it right now. We'll attack. I would like another forest, please. Same time, I would kind of like the Wayfinder to be a 3/3. So I guess I'll be happy with 2 different results. Trailblazer. Sure. Yeah. Obviously better on turn 2, but he's fine. I mean, I can play him and leave up Buccaneers, and yeah. So that's not too bad. See red. So they're going all in on their hardy veteran here, which not a bad strategy. So how much toughness does it have on our turn? 4. Do I need a 2-for-1 myself? I might need a 2-for-1 myself, which really sucks. Because I can hunt the weak 8 with my Tishana's Wayfinder, but that thing is just going to destroy us if we don't. Yeah, I think that's what we have to do. Don't normally recommend 2-for-1ing yourself, but we got to do it. Get out of here. First strike doesn't work when they're fighting each other. It only works in combat. So we got rid of what could have easily run us over. Granted, we didn't add to our board at all in any way, shape, or form, but their board is a lot less scary now. So okay, I think we block the token. See what they got. Yeah, I mean, token's still dead. They do draw a card, but I'm okay with that. That's way better than if we'd blocked a Pioneer, right? I mean, that would have been very ugly. Pioneer number 2. I wouldn't mind drawing a forest so I can leave up Swift Warden. I can actually play Trailblazer and leave up Swift Warden if I draw a forest. I wish my Archer could kill a Merfolk token. I believe. Yeah, forest would be good. It would be a good draw. Lots of creatures would be too. Our own Pioneer would be a good draw. I guess if I just draw a random land, I'd probably still play Atsakan Archer just because it's a good blocker in Trailblazer. If it's a forest. Okay, well, got ahead of myself. The Trailblazer can trade with the Pioneers, and if I use Buccaneers Bravado, they can do a lot more than that. Yeah, let's just play the Trailblazer. And end our turn. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Okay, so this is going to drop us to 5. Fun. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, well, we got the land we wanted, but how useful is it? We do this, we have to block this guy, and we still die. We can't play 2 creatures, so we're dead. Yeah. All right, then. Yeah, 2-for-1ing when we did was painful, but we would have just died even faster if we hadn't. Gleaming Barrier seems good. Their creatures didn't seem to be evasive. They were just small dudes hanging out. Maybe we cut like New Horizons. Maybe the Archer. It does block well, just like the Barrier does, so I guess I want to leave it in for that reason. Let's cut a Freebooter. I would like to play first. Is this a keep? I think it is. It's not a great one, but there's not a lot of 6-card hands that are going to be a lot better than this, you know. So it's perfectly reasonable, basically, is what I'm saying. So we'll play Traveler's Amulet. Okay. We'll crack our amulet here and get an island. Our goal is basically to play Ixalan Archer, stall early, and try to get to Dreadmaw. That's basically the plan. Yeah, I mean, Ixalan Archer can block Hardy Veteran unless they put C-Red on it again. Do I still play the Archer, or do I just play my Keeper? I think we still play the Archer. Hey, Protean Raider, huh? That might be good later. Right now, what would I do? Copy my Archer? I mean, in some situations that might be worth it, but I don't think it is right now. Especially because I have another option, which is just to play Ixalan's Keeper here. So we're making the game, you know, they haven't hit us yet, and that's a big improvement over the last game. We're about to be on 5 mana, so... Copying Colossal Dreadmaw is like the dream, I guess. So if they put an aura on it again, we Unfriendly Fire on our turn for sure. Okay, they are making it bigger. It's still not big enough to get through Ixalan Archer though. So, but it is big enough to block Ixalan's Keeper. Oh well. I could try to leave up Unfriendly Fire, but I think just attacking here for the raid trigger to get Swaggering Corsair out there as a 3/3 is probably worth it. If I had 6 mana, I wouldn't mind playing 2 Swaggering Corsairs, but we even get in for 1. How about that? Yeah, we'll play Corsair here. And he's a 3/3. 2, 4, 5 mana. We can't block this guy this turn now, so there's that. Okay, now see, Unfriendly Fire doesn't actually work on this thing during our turn, during their turn anyway, because it's so big. So you can get in. No, you don't want to? I couldn't actually block that effectively. Okay, so the question now is, do I just Unfriendly Fire or do I play Colossal Dreadmaw? I'm just so worried that they have other ways of buffing this that I'm just going to use Unfriendly Fire. I mean, we've seen that they have lots of ways of buffing it, so we're just going to say, get out of here. And attack for 3. Dreadmaw will still be pretty good next turn. I mean, if they put C-Red on that thing, it would have been a nightmare, so... This card is like super good with Hunt the Weak for a 2-drop, just because it's so large as a 2-drop. This is when maybe I actually want to copy Ixalan Archer with my raid trigger. Because I can play it, kill the Goblin Trailblazer. I think I attack with the Keeper. I'm not sure yet whether I actually want to play the Raider this turn. But this is a good attack either way. I mean, if I trade for either of these, it's fine. I have all my mana up, so they may be worried about Aggressive Urge or something. Yeah, we get in for the 2 for free. Yeah, I think we just play Dreadmaw here. Copying Jungleborn Pioneer is not bad either. I mean, we have some options for our Raider. There's C-Red. For 2 minutes, first strike. Yeah, that's what you want to see. And Pirate's Cutlass. Woo! That is some power right there. Now I really wish I'd Ixalan archered that thing. Okay. All right. These guys are both going to attack again. And then I'm going to play Protean Raider as a Colossal Dreadmaw. And then Jungleborn Pioneer as well. So do we want Shatter for 1 Cutlass? I don't know. Drop them to 8. And then we go Protean Raider. And Jungleborn Pioneer. Oh God, what's happening? Their own Dreadmaw, okay. Just attack. Come on. Interesting. They have 1 red mana up. What's the plan here? Raid to play 1 mana 2/2 first strike? No? Oh, yeah. There you are. How about that? All right, so we're going to make one of these big enough that it does not die to first strike from Goblin Trailblazer, and we're going to attack with it. What's going to suck is if they have Mutiny and make me kill my other Dreadmaw. Oh, I should have just attacked with everything. No, they wouldn't have died. Which do I want dead more? I think I want the first strike guy dead more. Yeah. He does still hold on, of course, to his Pirate's Cutlass, but... And Trample is a problem, but it's not as big of a problem as First Strike was, especially when we have the wider board. Oh, they attacked with that token so they wouldn't lose C-Red. That's what they were doing. I guess if I'd attacked with everything there, I would have forced them into some awkward decisions, but my Dreadmaw just would have gotten destroyed by the Trailblazer, so that part wouldn't have been so good. Where do you put the colors? You put it there. Okay, let's play Wayfinder here so we have all the information we need. Okay, our information is that we draw land. All right, so I think, yeah, we put this here. I don't think we attack, though. No. And we end our turn. Hunt the Weak would be nice, because I could just flip this like right away. Crap! I cursed myself there. Hunt the Weak would be great. My opponent draws it. Ugh, who would have thought you could lose after Protean Raidering your own Colossal Dreadmaw, huh? And there's huge. I don't have anything very big on my side of the table anymore. It's not good. Wow. Okay, that's cool. Wow. all I have to say about that we would draw is a turn later when it would have killed his and then flipped our guy into, yeah. So I'm going to put the counter here so that I can, oh no, that has hexproof, so it doesn't really matter. I think we still put it here because then I can at least block Jade Guardian. Ugh. I think we're going to lose, you guys. Despite the number of times we drew Hadana's Climb in this draft, we're going to go 1 and 2. It doesn't feel like the splash was too greedy, honestly. Like, things have gone relatively well. And we still have a chance here. I mean, they can't be too aggressive right now. If they, like, play a creature here that I can hunt the weak, I can then flip Jungleborn Pioneer, like, right away. So it depends what happens here. Okay. Just play a little creature that I can use Hunt the Weak on, please. Okay, that's... This stupid hexproof creature is not something I can use Hunt the Weak on. We could draw our own New Horizons and immediately flip this. That would work too. Yeah, you're a 4/4 now. Good for you, man. Good for you. One with the wind. That would have been really fun. Okay, good. No attack is good news for us, I think, because they had some good ones there, potentially, anyway. Okay, so we put the counter here again. I wonder if they're holding on to a kill or bounce spell that's just going to destroy my soul. We had to put the token here, counter here, though. Well, except the reason I did it is because I was thinking I could hunt the weak the Jade Guardian. So, yeah, they may just be about to bounce this. Of course, I do get another Merfolk token. Okay, they did not. And we end our turn. All right, so if they can't kill us here and then they don't have a way to stop us from flipping our guy. Oh, you bastard. We can hunt the weak at least. So we might be okay. Depends what else they have in their freaking hand, though. Well, it's all going to come down to this. Yeah, we just take 9 here. Do they have a bounce spell or something similarly gross? Now's when we find out, because we win if they don't. We'll probably find out when we try to hunt the weak, actually. Man, we ended up winning that one. Luckily for us, our opponent and us were both drawing blanks there late, and Hadana's Climb, when both people are drawing blanks, should eventually win the game, and it did. It did. Okay. So do I want Shatter? That Pirate's Cutlass has been a big problem. But only one Cutlass is... you don't want to play a card that's blank against 39 of your opponent's cards. And that is what it is. So, all right. So we have a chance at 2 and 1. Hadana's Climb did it for us there. Let's see if we can do it. Okay, I think this is a reasonable hand. 2-drop, a couple 3s. Maybe they'll play their little goblin who we can just pick off. That'll feel really good. Removal spell, doesn't hurt either. Okay. They keep playing that 2-drop, and we have one in our deck too, at least one. But we just keep playing our much more much more mediocre 2-drop against theirs. Okay, Gleaming Barrier is nice, but I think we play our Wayfinder here. Yeah, I think we put it on top. I mean, it's good enough against enough of our opponent's deck that having it on top is good, even though we're 1 mana away from being able to cast it right now. What I want them to do is pay 4 here to play something that I can hunt the weak with Tishana's Wayfinder. That's what I hope for. If that's not what they do, probably just play Gleaming Barrier and attack again. I mean, what else? Oh, well, I can hunt the weak this. That might be worth it. Yeah, it probably is. Yeah, and when we'll end our turn, we don't really want to attack into this and have our guy die. They don't have their red mana, which is where all the scary auras are. Okay, well, we're going to take 3. Okay. So we draw land. I think we play Gleaming Barrier instead of like leaving mana up front, Friendly Fire. Especially because I don't have red mana to play like Sea Red or something. They could play Hunt the Weak, I guess, and that would be kind of a problem. We definitely attack with our... Wait, we can actually attack with both our creatures here, but Aggressive Urge is enough of a risk that I guess we're just going to attack with the Wayfinder. So maybe we play our Barrier and our Archer here. I mean, we could honestly also just leave up mana for Unfriendly Fire. That might just be better. They know we have it, is the thing. But no, let's play our defensive guys here. Let's drop the Barrier. And also our Archer. In our turn there. We don't have our blue mana this time, which I guess Gleaming Barrier can give us what we want there. So obviously they can block pretty effectively now. I also can't Mutiny, but I do have Unfriendly Fire if they decided to double block here. So to kill the Archer, try to. They could still have Aggressive Urge is the thing. Maybe we just hang back. Because yeah, if they double block and then play Aggressive Urge. Of course, if I'm killing the Jade Guardian in combat, I'm pretty okay with, yeah. Aggressive Urge does not save Jade Guardian in combat. It could save the other blocker, but... Okay, Swift Warden. That's less ideal. Okay, gives it self-hexproof. So now I have to fire off Unfriendly Fire now if I want to kill the Swift Warden. I think we probably do that. Aggressive Urge doesn't save it. So if they want to kill our guy, they have to double block, and we get to kill the Jade Guardian in combat at least. Even with an Aggressive Urge being on the table somewhere. Yeah, so we will plan on doing our combat damage to the Guardian. All right. Works for me. Especially when we're not too far away from being able to play Colossal Dreadmaw. Ooh, Pirate's Cutlass on Atsakan Archer. That's a big archer. Still can't attack, though. Okay. Now we're going to play our big guy. We'll see soon whether or not he has his own Colossal Dreadmaw. Did last time. Here it comes. Yeah, they do have one. We can at least mutiny away their archer. Right, and I think we attack with our Dreadmaw. We know they're going to equip their guy. If we can just get the Dreadmaws to trade for each other, I think we're okay with that. Because once they equip theirs, makes me really wish I'd brought in Shatter. Because our opponent has had the Cutlass every game, and it's been kind of like, ugh, every game. All right, we'll play Firebrand too. We are officially out of cards. Couple mana away from the Keeper's activated ability, which could be key here. They just got their red mana, so if they go like Sea Red Pirate's Cutlass, that's going to be fun. 4, 5, 6. I think blocking with my Gleaming Barrier is a pretty good idea, because then if I can hit one more land, I can use Ixalan's Keeper's activated ability. Also, I take less damage. He may just not attack, though. Yeah, he decided not to attack. Okay. So we could attack and then use Fanatical Firebrand to finish off the Dreadmaw. But that doesn't seem great. I'm just going to play Cherished Hatchling. If we attack with everything right now, we get in for 4, which is obviously not enough. We're just going to end our turn. Okay, Bombard. Yeah, making sure I can't ever do those shenanigans is not a bad plan. Okay, well, we're obviously going to kill that with our Firebrand, at least most likely. We don't really have to, since we have good blockers. So maybe I don't do it just yet. Well, now I do it. Maybe I wait until end of turn, though. Oh, no, that won't work. Okay. And now we don't have our blue mana. We knew it would happen eventually. Playing Hadana's Climb just at the front of it right now would be pretty good. So if he ever attacks, I think giving up Gleaming Barrier is a good idea. Again? Man. Brutal. Also brutal. How much of a boost do you give again? +5, +5. It's not really enough. The Battle of Colossal Dreadmaws, when it's come down to that, our opponents have definitely been the winners. Okay, so they can hit us for 10. That seems fun, right? So I can block, get the blue mana, also get this activated ability online. I think that's what I do. I take 6. Do we have any way of stopping this thing? I don't think we do. Other than trying to race it, basically. Okay. And I think we can try. So we play Hadana's Climb. We go to combat. We put the counter here. I guess we could draw our other unfriendly fire. That would be a pretty big help. We attack for 3, dropping them to 5. And then we play another 3/3 in Swaggering Corsair. So we can actually present lethal damage. We're going to block with our Archer and hope that's enough. If they have Bombard or something, it's going to be harder for us to do lethal. Because he hits us for 6 here if we block with our Archer. If he just has Aggressive Urge, we're dead. But we need to keep both of these creatures or we're dead. So we can't like double block to be safe. We just have to hope he doesn't have Aggressive Urge or a removal spell. And we did it. That game was stressful, but and it was fun and grindy one, something that this format can actually do for you. So we managed to go 2-1. I didn't think this deck quite had it in it, but it turns out Hadana's Climb is strong enough to really get you there. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the extra draft videos this week. I might be able to post like one extra one next week. It's not going to be another like 4 drafts in a week kind of week. Don't forget to subscribe for more draft videos. Don't forget to like the video and share it so others can enjoy it if you enjoyed it as well. So thanks for watching.